In a sentence, use the plate reverb at 100% wet and modulate reverb pre-delay, taking, say, half a second or so to do the modulation. I'll show you some examples and then explain more about what's going on. See how the breath's different for each sound. Marvelous. The dry wet's at 100%, so we're hearing just the reverb, this plate reverb with size around here, but the breath itself comes from modulating this pre-delay. And it doesn't matter how we do this. Here we're using Serum effects, but it could be inside of Serum itself. The cool thing about Serum effects, though, is we can therefore use this on audio. It doesn't have to be on MIDI within Serum. And furthermore, it doesn't matter how we modulate reverb pre-delay. Here we're using MIDI, which I'll show you in a sec, but equally, we could do this with automation, or an LFO, or an envelope. It's up to you, it really doesn't matter how you modulate pre-delay. But as I say, here we're using MIDI, routing it into track 1, which I've called Serum, or Serum effect goes here. So using MIDI from track 2 to trigger Serum effects on track 1. And this is how I route it in Ableton into Serum effects. Therefore, those green MIDI clips are triggering the envelopes down here. Let me show you. So here we're using these green MIDI clips to trigger envelope 2. Envelope 2 is mapped to reverb pre-delay. And looking at the ADSR down here, you can see it's this release that's doing the modulation. Therefore, we're doing the modulation at the end of each MIDI note, such as say here. See the visual feedback on envelope 2 to confirm this. You can just about see a light blue dot flying down that release when the MIDI note finishes, taking, say, half a second or so to do the modulation. And that time is pretty critical to get it breathing properly. To see how this modulates pre-delay, keep your eye on that tiny blue dot. Once again, it doesn't matter how we do this, we could in fact have just automated it, in Ableton say, or using LFO. And finally, as a quick cautionary note, there will be some offset, effectively a time offset because of the pre-delay. Remember, we're at 100% wet and there is this pre-delay, and therefore the start of the sound will be offset, as you can see here. So you need to send audio in a little bit before you want it to arrive. My name's Multiplier, see you in the next one.